Welcome. It's good to have you back here with us at Somaliland National Television. I'm Yasmin Saeed and you're watching the English news programme. Here are the main stories making headlines. Somaliland's Minister of Health commemorates International Breastfeeding Day. Somaliland women activists supply clothes donation to vulnerable people. Counting underway in Zimbabwe's presidential showdown. Somaliland's Minister of Health, Salebaan Isa Haqlatosiye, commemorated International Breastfeeding Day. Speaking to the media, he reiterated the importance of breastfeeding in the health and growth of children. Minister Salebaan Isa Haqlatosiye stated that breast milk is the healthiest form of milk for children, and as such, significant studies have been conducted on the effect of children who were breastfed in contrast to others who did not receive adequate breast milk. The minister conveyed a strong message to the media, to mothers residing throughout the nation, to make sure that those who are capable provide their children with breast milk in their initial stages of growth. On the other side, the World Health Organization transferred equipment to Somaliland's Ministry of Health. The equipment is expected to improve the livelihood of tens of thousands of citizens. Hargeisa Group Hospital is a government-subsidized medical facility which continues to serve patients who are otherwise unable to afford quality health care. Other senior officials of Somaliland's Ministry of Health, including Director of the Department, focusing on increasing the public awareness of the important role breast milk plays in children's growth, also spoke at the meeting. Several cabinet ministers and county directors of NGOs participated in an event aiming to improve the lives of orphans residing in Somaliland. An event held earlier in Hargeisa focused on improving the lives of orphans. Attendees of the event included cabinet ministers, country directors, members of civil society and a wide array of other notable Somaliland figures. The donation of clothing and other relevant items to orphans was provided by the UAE Red Crescent. Minister of Religious Affairs, Khalil Abdullahi Ahmed, Minister of Youth, Sports and Tourism, Ali Saeed Raigal, and other senior government officials collectively reiterated the need for more support and assistance towards similar initiatives. Representatives of other non-profit organizations, such as Al-Rahma, also elaborated on ongoing projects and prospective plans of providing dire assistance to people living in less than fortunate conditions on the eve of the upcoming Eid celebrations. Other keynote speakers included the Governor of Maroodijeex. The Governor, speaking on behalf of the regional government, reaffirmed his commitment in playing an instrumental role in bettering the lives of orphans and those in need of assistance. A woman activist, Yasmin Ahmed Yusuf, provided clothes donation to the less than fortunate people residing in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. The donation was aimed at providing clothes for the mentally ill patients as Eid celebrations approach in coming days. The clothes donated to mentally ill patients are expected to provide individuals who are otherwise incapable of celebrating upcoming Eid festivities with new clothing and other significant items. Yasmin Ahmed Yusuf, the individual responsible for the donation, stated that this was a moral obligation upon all those capable of bettering the lives of people living with mental illnesses. Ayan Abdurrassaq provided a speech commending the admirable contribution of Yasmin Ahmed as an individual, which she indicated to have been substantially presented to those most in need. She also added that the ill-health women portrayed delight towards the gifts. The Red Crescent continued their ongoing distribution of clothing and other items as Eid celebrations approach. In one particular case, senior Red Crescent official Saeed Mire transferred donations to those most in need in the Oldal region. It's essential that we understand, comprehend and fully acknowledge that there are people who are in need, and it's an obligation upon those who are capable to better the lives of people residing in less than fortunate conditions, said the Red Crescent official. Governor of Oldal region, Abdo Ahmed Ayar, expressed thankfulness towards the continued work of the Red Crescent. He urged more organizations to follow suit and implement similar distribution efforts. Mayor of Borome, Salebaan Haddi, also commended the efforts of the Red Crescent and issued a message to the older residents to play their role in supporting the less than fortunate. You're still tuned into the English news programme on Somaliland National Television, the only Somali-speaking channel with an English news programme. And now for an update of our international headlines. Spain's Prime Minister, Mariano Rajoy, has been addressing Parliament over allegations that he received illegal payments from a slush fund.
The Popular Party's former treasurer Luis Bárcenas claims Rajoy and other senior politicians took money from big businesses in turn for favourable treatment. But Rajoy issued a firm denial and accused other political leaders of lies, manipulations and malicious insinuations. The only mistake I want to tell the Chamber about today can be summed up in a few words. I made an error. I'm sorry, but I trusted someone whom we know did not deserve that trust, he told Parliament. The renewed allegations stem from a handwritten ledger made public a month ago by Luis Bárcenas. He is currently facing tax fraud charges and on remand after it was found he had hidden more than 47 million euros in his bank accounts.
Lawyers for Silvio Berlusconi have asked the Supreme Court to throw out his convictions for tax fraud. The former Prime Minister is set to hear later today whether the court will overturn a 4-year jail sentence and a 5-year ban from public office handed to him by a lower appeals court.
If the 5 judges uphold the sentence, Italy's fragile coalition government could be in turmoil. Politicians from both the centre-left Democratic Party and Berlusconi's centre-right PDL party may refuse to continue in government together if he is convicted. The politician was found guilty of artificially inflating the prices of TV rights bought by his company to avoid taxes. At the age of 76, Berlusconi is unlikely to go to jail. He is more likely to face house arrest or community service if the conviction is upheld. In order to support Berlusconi during these longest hours, the PDL has summoned his supporters. They will await the verdict in front of his Roman residence, Palazzo Carzioli, hoping the conviction will be overturned.
There has been a ratcheting of tension among supporters of ousted President Mohamed Morsi after Egypt's interim government ordered the police to end their sit-ins.
It is not clear what methods the security forces will use, but it is feared the country faces the prospect of further bloodshed. A leading member of the Muslim Brotherhood, Mohammed al-Patani, accused the military of going against its own mandate if it uses force to clear the protesters. I would like to say that using force to end the sit-in is a decision which could kill thousands, and that means the military has forgotten its main role, which is to protect Egypt's borders, and rather than to kill its people, he said. Protesters such as Saeed al-Mitzkawi joined in nighttime prayers near the Rabat al-Adawiya Mosque while remaining defiant. We pay no attention to the statement of the Interior Minister, nor do we care whether America is with us. What concerns me is remaining in this place, and God willing will be victorious, he said. The crackdown, coupled with criminal probes against Morsi and Brotherhood leaders, has fueled global concern that military plans to crush the Islamist movement rather than to negotiate a peaceful settlement.
The court is underway in Zimbabwe's hotly contested presidential and parliamentary elections. After a bitterly fought campaign, there have been opposition allegations of vote ringing, with the Movement for Democratic Change accusing the ruling ZANU-PF of doctoring the electoral roll.
Election monitors said the vote had been carried out with few problems. President Robert Mugabe, who's been in power for 33 years, has promised to step down if he loses this time round. His rival Prime Minister Morgan Tsvangirai, who is making his third attempt to unseat Mugabe, described his vote as an emotional moment after all the conflict and hostility. In 2008, Tsvangirai won the first round and pulled out of the run-out with Mugabe due to attacks on his supporters, which left about 200 dead. Only a power-sharing unity government to stop the bloodshed. As usual in Zimbabwe, there is a higher vote turnout, but with no reliable opinion polls, it is hard to say who will come out on top. Both sides are forecasting a landslide victory. The results are due within 5 days.
Thanks very much for watching. That's the end of our latest edition of the English News Programme. Be sure to catch us at the same time tomorrow. From myself and the entire team here at SLN TV, Ramadan Kareem.